I'm Kim.
I'm Allison.
I'm Angelica.
And in this series, we're going to talk to you about all the extension recipes that we have. We're going to go through a whole bunch of appliances and make some fun, creative, and easy recipes for you to try at home. So let's get started.
Hey, did you wash your hands before we started doing this session? Come on, let's walk over to the sink and wash our hands. You want to make sure you start with some warm running water. Wet your hands first. Get your soap. Start a good lather. And you want to do this for about 20 seconds. You want to sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to whoever. Happy birthday to you. Make sure you scrub those nails. Get some of those germs off of there too. In between the fingers. And then you want to rinse all those germs down the sink. Don't turn the water off yet. You want to grab your napkin, dry your hands with the napkin, turn it off with the napkin. And that's it. Oh, and since we're passing the microwave and we're doing a microwave series, here's some do's and don'ts for microwave safety. Don't stick your hands in a hot microwave. Don't use aluminum or metals. Make sure you use a hot and cold pad or a towel to get any hot products out. And make sure at the bottom of your information it says microwavable safe.
Hi, welcome to Extension Eats. I'm Allison.
And I'm Angelica.
And today we're cooking a staple of most college kids that's super easy. What is it exactly?
This is called spaghetti ramen.
Okay, perfect.
The cool thing about this spaghetti ramen though, you can put it in the microwave.
Awesome, all right.
Isn't that cute? So we're gonna make this real quick. So what we're gonna have is we got one little pack of ramen, we've got some pizza sauce, we've got some shredded mozzarella cheese, and we've got some chicken broth.
Okay, perfect. So what do we do first to get the recipe started?
Okay, so what I normally do is I take the ramen, take it out of the package, but what I do is I break it up in fours so it's not all one solid block in the microwave, and we're going to pour the chicken broth over it, and then we're going to cook it in the microwave for about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so we're going to do that, and it might get everywhere, so.
I guess you want to break it up to make sure to cook the inside piece as well, right?
Oh yeah, so you don't want any little raw pieces at all. You don't want any crunchies. You just want it all smooth pasta. And then I've got about maybe about a cup of chicken broth here that I'm going to pour on top of it.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to pop this in the microwave for about 4 minutes. You want to make sure you put it in a microwavable safe bowl or a plate, something that's not going to burn up, nothing's going to melt, because the microwave can get very hot.
So no styrofoam, no metal.
No metal. So make sure all of that is clear.
Okay, perfect. Let's put it in.
Okay. All right. So we're going to check on this, and when you pull something out of the microwave that's been in there for a while, you want to make sure you're careful and use some hot and cold pads. Okay, so Allison, we got this out of the microwave.
Okay.
We're very careful and we use hot and cold pads.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do now is we've got our colander here. We're going to drain the chicken broth off the noodles.
Okay.
So be very careful. Don't let me splash you. You're going to splash zone. All right. So we're just going to shake this, make sure all of that fluid's out. We're going to dump them back over in this bowl.
Okay.
All right, so you got your drained noodles, and all we have to do is just assemble it. So we've got our pizza sauce here.
Okay.
We're gonna mix that up. And if you have meatballs, you can use meatballs, or if you get fancy with it, some Italian sausage.
That is super fancy.
Yeah. All right, so we've got that mixed together. So we're gonna use this plate here, and we're gonna just put it on here and put some shredded cheese on top. And it's just gonna melt right on top.
What kind of cheese did we say that was? Is that Italian blend?
This is an Italian blend. And there's your ramen spaghetti.
All right, let's dig in and see what this spaghetti ramen tastes like. I think that might be the best ramen I've ever had. Back in college days, we didn't cook it like this. All right, we're ready for another ramen recipe. So I hear we have another variety. Who knew there were so many varieties?
I know, so many different varieties. So what we have today is we're gonna have this ramen, but it's just gonna be Alfredo ramen.
Alfredo ramen, all right.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is do the same thing that we did once before. We've got the ramen that we've broken up in 4 pieces that we're gonna put in the bowl. And then we've got chicken broth. So you don't have to use chicken broth if you don't want to. If you've just got water, just use that. We're just using chicken broth for a little extra flavor.
Fancy ramen.
I know. So we put the chicken broth in there, and that's about a cup or so. I'm gonna kind of push these down so they all kind of get incorporated into the chicken broth. And then we'll pop these in the microwave for 4 minutes. All right, Allison, we got this out of the microwave here. It's all done. So then we're gonna drain these noodles and we're gonna put them back in the bowl, okay?
Okay, this looks like a fancy drainer. Can I just drain it over the sink?
Yeah, you can. All right, so you drain this off a little bit and pour it back in. So now what we have is a little bit of garlic powder, and this is completely optional. But if you wanted to taste a little bit more Italian, garlic powder is where it's at.
Now, I noticed back in the day, if I remember right, doesn't it come with some seasoning of some kind?
It does come with a seasoning pack, but we are not using the seasoning pack because it's high in sodium. So we're trying to cut some of that by not using it and making our own flavors.
Sodium is that salt thing you said, right?
Yeah.
All right, we don't want all of that.
Okay, then we've got some Alfredo sauce right out of the can or out of the jar, whichever one you like.
And we warm that up, right?
We warmed it in the microwave for a little bit. Okay, and then we've got some Parmesan cheese here.
Okay.
I'll sprinkle that. And then we'll save a little bit to garnish on top. So then we'll just mix this.
Looks like a fancy macaroni and cheese so far.
It does.
I can't tell you the last time I had Alfredo. I can't wait to see what it tastes like. I don't remember.
All right, so we've got this all mixed together. We're gonna put it on our plate. And then we'll add a little bit more of the Parmesan cheese on top. And there you go. There's our Alfredo ramen.
Perfect.
All right, so this is done. So we're gonna give it a taste. It's good. Tastes just like chicken Alfredo without the chicken. It's good.
All right, so I'm about to dive into our Alfredo. So let's see what it tastes like. It's pretty good. Let's get to the next one. All right, we have one last ramen recipe, and I hear it has a lot of potential.
It does have a lot of potential. So this recipe actually came to us from our AmeriCorps intern, and so she tries this all the time, and so we're going to try it today. So it's called a chili cheese ramen.
All right.
So we're going to cook our ramen like we've been doing. We've got our ramen broken up into 4 pieces. We're putting it in a microwave safe bowl. And we've got our chicken broth. Yet again, you don't have to use chicken broth if you don't have it. You can use just plain water. So we got a cup of chicken broth. And then we're going to make sure all of this is just sitting in the chicken broth. And then we'll pop it in the microwave for another 4 minutes, okay?
All right.
All right, our noodles are done. So we're going to drain them. And again, be careful.
Oh yeah, I can see the steam coming off it.
I know, be very careful. All right, so what I've been told is the best way to do this is you're going to take your chili and you're going to take your mayonnaise.
What if I don't like mayonnaise?
I'm sure this is just to make it creamy, but if you don't like mayonnaise, then you can try sour cream.
Sour cream substitution.
It is. So we're going to mix these two together.
Oh, okay. Learning lots here. Mayonnaise for creaminess.
Oh, yeah.
And some chili.
And it is making it creamy, surprisingly. So, yeah. All right.
So far, so good.
Yeah. And then we're going to add half of this cheese, this shredded cheddar cheese, into the mixture.
Okay.
And we'll use the rest for a topping.
Okay.
It looks like it's coming together pretty good,
Smelling
doesn't it?
good.
Okay.
We're doing something right. That's always exciting.
I know.
You're doing something right. I'm just watching.
So I'm going to take probably half of this mixture. We won't coat all of it with that one package of ramen.
Oh, so I can save some for later?
Yeah, because this is a whole can, so that makes a whole lot of chili.
How long can I keep stuff in the refrigerator?
Yeah, you want to make sure you keep it maybe about something like this, No more than about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take our fork and mix our noodles together. And we did microwave this chili before. That's why it was a little bit easier to work with. So we put it in the microwave for maybe about a minute, minute and a half, just depending on your microwave. And then we're done.
All right.
So we'll plate this up. Okay. Move all this out of the way. Then we'll top it with our cheese.
Good so far.
And then we're done.
All right, let this be a lesson to all y'all out there to try something new. Let's see what it tastes like. I got a whole helping of cheese on this one. This one looks good. This is really good. Good recommendation, Emma.
All right, so let's try this. Allison said it was good, so we're gonna try it. It is good. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see y'all on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Extension Eats.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.